Saturday, August 6, 2022. The day after I lost my baby boy. I came out here to the property so I could just maintain my routine. You know, I come out here on the weekends. Anyways, I never posted this to this channel, I don't believe. Because many of you aren't subbed to my other channel, which is fine. That's that channel's pretty much dead anyways. But so I'll just share with you what I built out here. This is my setup. This is the Huron River here in Pinckney, Michigan, on the Portage Lake chain of lakes. And so this is my setup. I just did this and right down to the boat. We finally got some water after all this rain. We needed it so bad. This area right here was dry as a bone all the way to my dock right here. So that's how much water we gained after these last storms. So as you can see, I'm fully off grid with power, and I get my water right out of the river with this guy right here, filling up my freshwater tanks right now. And then my solar, that goes into my Delta Pro EcoFlow. And I love that. This thing, that was the greatest. Still is. I love it. I would like to have an extra battery, but not everybody has an extra $2,000 floating around, you know. But for backup, I have my Predator 3500 in there, and that's bolted down to that slab that I saved. That slab from the cottage that I used to own. Sold that in 2020, and I kept this land over here, which is like what is it, 3/4 of an acre or something like that. It goes all the way to the street. It's kind of like a pie. But so the camper, this is a 2019 Grand Design Imagine 2670 MK, and I absolutely love it because it fits me perfect. I had the slide awning added to it over the winter, and the thing I hate about that slide awning, when it pours, it oh, hang on, my tank's full. Geez, that didn't take as long as it normally does. Anyways, back to the slide awning. When it rains, the awning just sags and it holds all that water in it. It drives me nuts. So I bought those little, you probably can't see them, they're little bouncy balls, and I just jammed 6 of them in a row right down there, and it solved the problem. Eventually I want to put a shed somewhere in here, you know, for stuff like my ladder, my push mower, things like that. But for now, this is working out great. My friend gave me this platform dock. All of this is dock. And he didn't want this thing anymore. He was sick of dealing with it. So we loaded it up on my truck and brought it over here. Yeah, it's a 10 by 12, and it is a perfect patio. Look at this. I mean, it fit perfectly in between my, see, here's the pole for it. Fit perfectly in between my awning and my slide out. Look at this. Couldn't plan that any better. And you just walk right off this down the steps to the dock. into the boat, which I'm going to be going on here shortly because I'm dying. Look at how high that water is, man. So yesterday was a tough day, man. And I woke up this morning and I'll just show you around the boat. Woke up this morning and of course the first thing comes to my mind, you know, where am I, right? I'm at the camper, dummy. You know, I was gonna call the wife and say, hey, time to get up, go feed Hazelnut and the kitties. But I didn't, you know, because I didn't need to, because he's gone. And I instantly, it's hard for me to have a good time. I mean, I had a pretty good time last night, but I got out here and I was just cracking jokes upon jokes upon jokes upon jokes, trying to put some happiness into my brain. Yeah, and then I put other things into my brain, right? I woke up this morning to realize that, proving once again that alcohol is not the answer. Yeah, it never is, never has been. I'm not hungover or anything. I just like, you know. But it does. It is a blessing in that it's a temporary reprieve. But at the end of the day, you get to face it, right? I've been facing it, you know, facing it. And this morning, Hollywood, my wife, she's been calling for Penny, and Penny isn't coming around, and I think it's because Hazelnut's gone. And she saw Licorice, I think yesterday, but nobody's been around today, and it's just like, you know, here I am here, and nothing I can do. I mean, so we have a room ready in my office, actually, because every other room is occupied, right? You know, we put the kittens in Hollywood's office at nighttime, along with their mom. The other cats have ran over the house, and now we're going to be putting Penny in my office, you know, so she can be comfortable. We don't have to worry about her, so she can give birth to her kittens, all the while I'm doing the thing in the basement that I need to do for her. And I think my plan down in that basement is to build a just a big romper room, you know, with all kind of activities and, you know, things mounted on the walls so they can go up and down and all kind of stuff, because they're going to be there until I find homes for all of them, you know, so I need to keep them occupied, because I just can't have more cats, you know. I'm pretty sure my adult cat Roni, I'm 99% sure he's an offspring of Hazelnut. And then all my current kittens are his offspring with Pumpkin, you know. So at any rate, here's my here's the view that I get when I wake up and I come out here and just chill, you know. I just think about life and multiple miscellaneous things, and it's my reprieve, man. This is my chi. That's off a pontoon boat, by the way. I do weird stuff. But this is my happy spot. For those of you that don't know me, and I just could never let it go, man. I sold the cottage over there in 2020 because I could see the forest through the trees, you know. I really wish I hadn't sold it, but, you know, hindsight's always 2020. I still have what I have. This is way more humble, and people really enjoy it, man. Everybody goes on up and down the river on their pontoons, man. They just really dig this setup. And I dig it too. It's a lot of work, you know. You got to pump your own water. You got to make your own power. I just dumped my black tank and gray tank. I just dumped that in the woods. I mean, it'll get filtered before it goes in the groundwater, you know, through all the dirt, sediment and whatnot, and then it's fine, you know, just like nature intended it to be. As of recently, this place called Tibor or Tiber or something like that, upriver from here, up in Wixom. They're an automotive manufacturing plant for like nuts, bolts, things like that. A few years back, they dumped PFAS into our frickin' river here. And now, as of most recently, they had dumped some chromium hydroplex, or I don't know, some kind of chromium hydro something, and into our waterway as well. So they're under criminal investigation now finally, and they need to be shut down. You know, I get my water out of this frickin' river, right? I don't drink it. I just shower and flush the toilet and brush my teeth with it. But nonetheless, I mean, I could drink it. That unit right there, the filters that are in it filter all that stuff, including bacterial and viral and all that stuff. But, you know, they get away with it all the time. And enough is enough in respect to these guys. Because everything relies on the river, man. Everything out here. All the animals. And me. And then everybody that, you know, uses it recreationally, like me also. You know, man, excuse the sirens, it's the first Saturday of the month, so they let them rip. Somebody made a comment on yesterday's video regarding hazelnut, and that, you know, from time to time God sends us angels in forms that we know not, right? It can be people, it can be animals. Well, it would just be people or animals, but you never know. You never know when you're going to be entertaining or helping an angel, servant of God. You know what? It doesn't really matter whether Hazelnut was an angel of God or not. He was an angel to me, you know. And that little cat he meant the world to me. He was just, he brought me so much joy to watch him. And Licorice, you know, brought me so much joy, and I loved taking care of him. But whether or not something is an angel or not, doesn't matter. We need to be compassionate and loving toward all man and all creatures, you know, because God gave us dominion over the world, you know. He also gave dominion to the devil, right? He also gave the devil dominion over the world. And the devil is us. You know, he lives inside each one of us until we're saved. And that's a pretty powerful thing, you know, when you really boil it down and think about it. You know, when you put your thinking cap on and you realize that God's calling can get through the thickest fog, the thickest, densest bullshit that the devil can put up there. If you're God's, if you are his. He will make that call and you will respond. That, my friend, is pretty powerful stuff. And then once you realize what you were and what you are now, your mind just gets blown. But then, of course, the devil, here, I'll show you. He still pokes and, oh man, it gets worse. Yep. Because who was it? Job? I don't know if I think it was Job. The one who God gave authority to the devil to take away from him everything that he loved and cared about, right down to the degree of giving him rashes and sores and everything else. And the devil did everything. God just said, the only thing you can't do is kill him. And everything that happened to that dude, which is more than anyone's ever endured, he never once renounced his faith in God. He never once shook his fist at the Lord. Nothing. He remained faithful and true to God. Why? Because there's nothing you can do. Once you're a child of God, man, that's it. There's nothing anybody or anything can do to pull you away from him, And no man can pluck them from my hand. Not even the devil. Yep. To whom the Father draws, to the Son. It's over. You are his. You always have been. See? You always have been. You just never knew it. God's always known it. You just never did. Until that effectual call came and you responded. So was it the Lord that took Hazelnut and all my other kitties and everything else from me? Or was it the devil? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we need to just continue to pray to the Lord and say, Lord, I need strength. Can't do this on my own. And, like I said yesterday, it doesn't make you stronger. It just doesn't make you stronger. It gives you more of a willingness to have for the understanding. I just want to know. And I get it, dude. It's just nature. Things happen, shit happens, whatever. Yeah, it does, but there is a design behind it. Okay? There's a design behind it. I'm sorry, I'm sweating like a stuck pig out here. It is hot today. It's not even close to noon yet, man. I am cooking. Whew. It's gonna be a good day to get out in that water and float around, I tell you what. This isn't climate change, man. This is just called summertime, okay? Yeah, this is Michigan. It's cooking. My grass used to be super green, and now it's like super gold. Yep. You would think being right on the river. All this is topsoil, too, and it's just like not working. But my old house, the grass over there is nice and freaking green. So this stuff I planted, I don't know, man. It's just not very resilient to heat. I'll have to do something about that. Whenever. Some other time. I spent enough money out here this year that, spent enough money, and I do enjoy spending the time, but I don't enjoy spending the money. It's just that, you get a idea in your head, right? And you'll do anything to follow through with it, to finish it. And that's something's brewing in my head for the kitty cats at the house. It's just, I'm feeling so pressured because it's like a time-sensitive thing for Penny. And here I go again, bouncing around. Jeez Louise. You know what? The deal is, I don't have many people I can talk to like we're talking right now. I really don't. I've got my brother Corn, and I've got my brother Keith. That's it. And my cousin George. You know. But everybody's so scattered, you know. I don't have anyone to really talk to about this stuff, so these videos get long. 20 minutes. Huh. Alright then. Apologies for the random ass thinking and talking and whatnot, but that's me. Good talk. Hopefully something I said either enlightened you, helped you, confirmed something for you, or even just the camper setup and what I got going on here between the solar and the water and the purification and whatnot. You know, maybe something somewhere in this video did something for you. But I appreciate you hanging out with me, because what it did for me was allow me to have someone to speak about certain things to that I can't to other people. So in that, I appreciate you and I thank you. Until next time. See you.